What didn't you like in the first half that you then were able to flip and obviously fix and go on a big run to finish this game?
I think we had a good game plan defensively, and I just didn't think we quite stuck to our rules and did it with the aggression that we saw in the second half. We didn't change a lot in the second half. We just did it so much better and with flying around and more aggression and just a greater commitment to what we were trying to do. End of the second quarter, we were searching, throw some zone out there, and they missed a few shots, and just confused ourselves a little bit down the stretch of that second quarter with mixing between man and zone, and they took advantage of it. And so, we walked into the half, and it was kind of like, we think we can do this better before we're making changes back to zone. And then, offensively, as you search through the game, and switching defence was effective for them, bogging us down a little bit, and so we just started, screening with greater effect, and CG was a monster in that second half. But I thought LT, Joe, around the rim as well. We thought we missed 5 or 6 layups in the first half that could have made the game a little bit different as well. So, once we found a rhythm with how we were going to attack offensively, he made tough shots, and everyone supported him.
What can you point to as the things that you used to get Chris the looks that he was getting, and to make sure that it was very proactive as far as getting him the ball?
Yeah, screening for him off the basketball, obviously putting him and Joe in actions that, do you switch or you not switch, and just probably having a better angle for where it was harder for them to switch because Joe was just going to open up right on the rim. And I thought Shea just made really good decisions as well about which one was open, or could he get involved a little bit more in handoff screening and different things as well.
Chris, what did you see out there? It seemed like you were feeling it the entire game from start to finish. What did you see out there that helped you get going?
I thought we, at times where I got going, we were getting stops, so it translated. We were able to get running a little bit, move them around, and then try and exploit some things from there. In the first half, a couple of threes off our transition, Travers getting feet in the paint, kick out. The shots that we look for and we feed off. So, I think the more we got stops, the more it allowed us to go down the other end with some confidence and find some stuff that we liked.
Your efficiency has been really impressive this season. Your volume's gone up lately as well. What do you put that down to, the fact that you can continue to perform at this level so consistently and in different roles as well?
I don't know. They asked me after the game about Delhi and Ian. It's like, it's the same, right? I don't want them to be out. We're just kind of in this this space right now where guys are just doing what they need to try and get wins and try and push this team forward. So we want them back as quick as we can. As far as my role, just try and be aggressive, try and lead the guys in what's needed, get my work through the week, and just go out and try and win games.
Chris, obviously, a spectacular performance today. Are there just times more than others where you feel that you just you just have that rhythm going and everything like that, sort of flick the switch, I suppose?
Sometimes you make a couple and the instinct kicks in. It's like, all right, I'm going to find one here. So there was a bit of that. Sometimes when I did that, just a couple of bad shots and some misses. Got some really good looks out of our stuff tonight, which was pleasing.
Yeah. And 6,000 points as well. How does it feel to bring up that achievement?
Yeah, I don't know too much about the lists and how many and all that, but they put it up on the screen and I had a quick look, so I'm guessing it's pretty good. I really don't know. I guess part of it's a little bit of longevity. But yeah, I'm not too worried about that.
Chris, how does it feel to have 10,000 people screaming MVP to you as you're taking some free throws at the end?
Yeah, they put me off. I missed a free throw. Nah, oh, it's cool. I mean, I when guys have good performances, I expect them to do that for Joe, for Delhi, for LT, anyone that chimes in with a good performance. Yeah, it's all good.
Coach, even though Ian Clark and Matthew Delgado didn't play today, what's their veteran leadership like on the bench? I see a lot of them giving feedback and encouragement to players throughout the game. What's their impact like when they're not even on the court throughout the game?
Yeah, they're both amazing. The feedback they keep giving our younger players, to see Flynn Cameron and Campbell Blogg come in and, give the performances that they gave tonight. And I'm sure they'll credit, Delhi and Ian for some feedback that they were given and some confidence that were given from those two. Whenever you're down heavy at half time, it's always good to hear, what happened in the locker room before the coaches got in there, and to say, Delhi came in solution-based and, hey, these are some of the things that we're doing well, let's continue doing them, and, that's what you want from your leaders, whatever's going on, keep finding the things that are going well, let's do more of that, and then let's fix some of these other things. We didn't guard the three ball that well, we were getting beaten off the bounce, and so, we just tightened up a lot on that in the second half, so, yeah, both been great.
Laporte's obviously dealing with a few injuries at the moment. What's his future role in this team going forward? With JLA playing such good basketball, what's his future role in the team going forward?
Yeah, great future. Just like every time he's been here, those two are monsters. We've had one practice where we've had the ability to try and play them together, so that's something that we certainly want to have the ability to look at. Kings are a little bit different tonight with no Hunter as well. Just about the people that you have to guard. You see Joe and Ariel guarding Brucey and doing different things tonight, and so just you'll be better for that next time to say, oh, how do I guard a guard? What am I supposed to do? And we'll feed him some more knowledge about next time about who he's going to guard, what he can expect, and how he can defend at a higher level.
The Kings were extremely physical with Joe early in the game, and it took him time to adjust to it. But you're proud of the way he fought through it and then become a dominant player at the end? Every time they had an opportunity to get an O board, I really felt like they were pushing us under in the first half, and and getting those second opportunities. I thought we made a change. Everybody just with our physicality and the way that we played, their ability. If you set a slow screen, that they're really pushing you into the switch and kind of displacing you a little bit. So we just got better at at sprinting into things and setting more effective screens, and then being able to move out of it. And he was much better and just taking his time, I thought, when he got his post catches and getting right to the cup.
Chris, you guys were challenged last week. You found a way to come back and take control of the game by half-time and then go on with it. Today, challenged multiple times, made a run, down by 19 in the third quarter, and this group was still able to find a way to come through with it. What does that tell you about the resilience and the belief within the group that no matter who's on the floor, who's out injured or whatever, you guys will keep competing till the end?
Yeah, it's really pleasing. There was a couple times there where we could have packed up and said, this is too hard. We talk about sitting down and guarding and at halftime, and we come out and I get a three put on my head on first possession. It's like, man, O board, the next one. It's like, this. We could have just said this is too hard, made excuses, but credit to the guys that came in and provided great energy. I mean, LT's been out for however long, comes in and has a performance like that. Flynn Cameron again. I thought Tanner had a rough game, but he did some things defensively that we really needed at certain times and spaced the floor. So just different guys willing to come in and just provide energy and do whatever it takes to try and chip away at that lead, and then we got some belief. It was like, hang on, let's do this thing. Let's sit down, let's guard, let's go the other way and win this game.
One of those guys that brought some energy was Campbell Blogg in that first half, especially scored his first NBL points today. Can you just speak a little bit about how far he's come from being a training player to now getting to the point where he's making meaningful contributions on the floor for you guys?
Yeah, it's great. Proud of him. Much like Flynn last week, he came in and did some really important things. So it was good to see him get a little bit of a reward with an open three and a couple of layups. So starting point for him. We love him. We love his work ethic, and we hope it's the first of many points. But yeah, he should be proud today. It was he played some big minutes early.
Ankle's okay?
Yeah.
Dean, what's it like having the luxury of someone like Shea Ely, who you can just pick a guy on the other team and just tell him to shut that guy down? Because it seems like there seems to be like an actual scheme that you guys have, which is pick a person. I think you did it to Justin Robinson on Illawarra, and then put him on Tyler Harvey and he shut Tyler down. What's the process like in picking that guy, and then what's it like having the luxury of having someone like Ely do that?
Yeah, Jalen Adams is a pretty special player, and I think he probably scored, I don't know, most of his points in the fourth quarter there. I kind of looked up there at one stage, and he didn't have too much, but their team was ticking along nicely, and he was, quarterbacking that a little bit, and so but what can you say about Shea? We keep talking about him. He's always going to be in the top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year, and the commitment that he's made to just stopping people catching the basketball, and his agility to slide with people, not get back cut, and still, stop him from getting catches is amazing. Good to see him not go and knock in his 3 again tonight, and just make really good decisions, own the game. 9 assists. He was big tonight.
You expecting everyone back after the FIBA break, and what is the plan for the FIBA break? What do you want to sort of hone in on with this team?
Yeah, Delhi got a great workout today, played one-on-one, and so, he'll be straight into full contact. I think we've got a inter-club scrimmage through the week. That'll be good to get another game in. We want to take the weekend off in the middle. We want to, just have that little break, and, we have a couple of little games that we like to play, and we haven't had our annual cricket game, and just have some fun and enjoy it. This group's been fantastic. We celebrated Rob tonight for what he's done for this club since he's been here, and he's going to be missed. He's just really enjoyed his basketball, and he's been such a high IQ. He's been great for everybody. So he leaves tomorrow, and and then we just keep trying to get to just incorporate these guys back. How are they going to come back into the lineup? So I think that second week of the FIBA window, we've got to really get after it and make sure that everybody's in sync about the players that have been effective for us with the group that we've just had, and now we add these people and what are their skill sets that can even drive our offense a little bit more. We know the defense is going to come with Delhi, and Ian's been outstanding as well, so maybe some of these guys might get a little rest in the fourth quarter when those two come back, but I held all 3 timeouts, and I thought if we could get a group there that could find a rhythm that we stayed with it, and credit to those guys. They played both ends unbelievably and put up 40.
I'm a bit late to the party, so I'm sorry if someone's already asked this, but can you just talk a little bit about the way that the Kings switch, especially in the first half, their defensive scheme, and does it sort of it's almost like guys land on a switch and go, there's a mismatch somewhere, they forget to play basketball and go, I want to find the mismatch. How did you kind of work through?
Yeah, it was pretty random. It was like in the first play of the game, they put Hogue on Chile, and we were trying to run a play, and then it switched a little differently. So, they're great at it. They put different people on different people, and find their switching. And we kind of talked about. I thought Tassie had done a good job against them to say, you don't have to attack it every time. There can be a little extra movement, and you can find it on another side. And it's an area we've got to get better at, and we wanted to come out of this game saying, how do you beat this team? And I think we found a couple of little things tonight, but there was still some good work-ons to really understand, the Kings style of play and how you can, defend it and how you can attack it.
And then I spoke to a few people during the week about Chris and, the NBA making a big mistake on passing over him and not giving him an opportunity. I'd just like to hear your thoughts. thoughts, and I imagine that you're kind of half pleased that they did, because you've got a guy like that that can come and do what he did tonight.
No, you want to see all your players reach the highest level possible, and he had some small little windows of opportunity, and it only would take one of those GMs to see what he's done on the world stage and consistently hear and say when you fall in love with what he's done, and it didn't happen. And but yeah, I'm absolutely pleased to coach him every day, and to see him continue to rise up when he's needed with people out or whatever. But he's having a great year. It's kind of talking about it in the locker room there. It's like, whoa, when was the last time we heard an MVP chant for one of our guys? And to get that, our crowd was amazing. I thought they, in that fourth quarter, just once we hit the lead, they were just rallying up, and to have another sellout. Like, it's just been fun to come in here and play basketball.
CG, what's it like to get those MVP chances? They said some pretty rare things.
Yeah, we've already had this question, mate.
Well, mate, let me just finish off by saying, after we spoke a couple of days ago, have you put any more thought into that sort of NBA stuff, and have you seen what guys have said about you?
No.
I didn't say no.
Thanks. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.